What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Grandaddy Files. I'm Clayton, the Catalyst 41 on the THP Forum. We've got my buddy Kev here. He's a Chiefs fan. We're still trying to settle that. But in the meantime, we've got some great guys that have joined us today. Our captains from the 2019 Team THP that's headed to the Grandaddy in less than 4 weeks. Man, it's coming at you guys hot and heavy. So I want to give everybody a chance for anybody who's new to the forum, maybe just joined, to get to know you guys. So maybe we'll start with you, Chris, and you can tell us, a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself to the forum.
Yeah, Chris, a.k.a. McLovin on the forum. Humbled, still blown away 6 months later to be able to say that I'm captain of the 2019 Team THP. Just ready to get this thing jumping off. Everybody's chomping at the bit. Obviously, a little bit of letting the cat out of the bag in the forum of kind of who we are. So we'll talk a little bit about that today as well, I guess.
Awesome. All right, Mike, how about you, man?
Hey, Mike G. That's my name, forum name. I try to go simple enough. Assistant captain this year, and obviously I'm on the 2015 team, so we had a great experience. Didn't quite deliver on what we wanted to do, so this time around, I'm just kind of backing up Chris and guiding this team and kind of helping these guys understand what the pitfalls might be like, kind of help them see the bigger picture. Because I think it's one of those things where these guys truly need to embrace it, enjoy themselves, and hopefully I can, kind of provide some kind of clarity to some things and answer some questions. So, like you guys know, you turn around every corner and you're getting awe and you're getting wowed by something, right?
Absolutely.
So it's one of those things to hopefully, just kind of help shepherd these guys along because, I want each and every one of these guys to walk away from this like you guys did and like I did and like a lot of the other guys did and just completely grateful and at the same time just you're led into a special group, right? And it's time to understand that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you guys had been doing a good job of leading the team and keeping them under wraps, but holy smokes, this last week.
We did what we could, Eventually it's going to bubble up to the surface.
Yeah. So that's the interesting thing. You guys have kind of been ham and egging it, obviously. I think Mike has kind of been the voice of reason, and you're taking kind of a different approach here, man.
A little chirp, maybe a little chirp here and there. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Absolutely.
You guys listening? Have you been listening to the ship show where Newbarth has talked about that bird that's crapping all over his patio?
Yeah.
We might be talking about you guys.
Crap all over Finley in California.
Oh, you guys might be that bird this week.
So we might have preemptively planted that bird months ago.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no. So it's funny because I was telling Kev, it definitely looks like when you guys opened the party door for the forum that there was an intentional, concerted effort to get the banner popping and in some ways going directly at some people. So obviously you've had some chirping directly with Finley, and then of course Snicker Dog making a name for himself, man.
That was not planned. That just kind of came up out of nowhere, and he's running with it. And let me tell you what, Dave is not afraid of anybody. I mean, if anybody else in our team, he's probably the one that's always like, we're going to win that belt. We're going to take him down. So he's ready to go, and anytime, anywhere. That's his attitude.
Awesome. Yeah. Background on Dave. He's a former Marine, right? So that tells you all you need to know, right? So the guy wakes up and he's ready to go. He doesn't need much, but maybe a tall glass of milk and some cookies, and he's off to the races.
Dude, it's like 7 a.m. and he's texting us all pictures of like 3 honey buns that he's already eaten that day. I'm like,
oh man! So he's gonna be taking the sliders down. I can see that now.
Yeah, he anything will go down as long as he has a glass of milk. Anything will go down.
Yeah. So if Luke has an iron liver, I think that Dave has an iron stomach for sure.
That's hilarious. No, so I think there's a lot of people who are wondering if those matches are set already. Obviously, you guys have a lot of time to decide what you're going to do, but it sounds like a Chris and Finley matchup is in the cards, and then Snicker Dog and Luke. So
those have to happen.
Yeah, I mean, captain be captain, right? I mean, I gotta get at him. So that's probably gonna happen. The Snicker Dog and Luke thing, it sounds good. Yeah, for sure. So we'll see.
Oh, hey, who's that? I see my buddy Finley and I see my buddy Lukey.
Oh,
here we are.
Whoa.
What's up, buddy?
Yo, what's going on,
guys? Just come empty-handed here. I had
the building.
He brought backup.
He did.
Yeah, I like that.
I had some size with me here.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. We were just talking about you.
You were.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Finley, I'm glad you found the belt.
Yeah.
Just happened to be chilling in the background.
Yeah. It always sits right there, right where it's always visible.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try to change that, but we'll talk about that in a few weeks.
I wish you luck.
Thank you.
I think we're going to talk about that tonight here.
I think we should too.
Let's go.
All right. Bring it on.
Yeah, so we were just talking because we were saying there's a couple matchups that look like they've set themselves, and you two gentlemen happen to join tonight. So glad you could crash the party. But
well, we had nothing else to do on a Friday afternoon, so we figured why not?
Yeah, so Luke, they're saying there's a tall glass of milk that's planning on taking you down.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Snickerdoodle's pretty chirpy.
Snickerdoodle, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was classic.
Yeah, like I was telling these guys before you joined, everybody's got the crazy, right? And Dave's ours, right? He's our
he's all kinds of crazy.
Yeah, so to take that crazy to another level, I just half an hour ago I got an email from him. I didn't know his real name. I just knew him as
I don't know anything about this.
So I get an email, and so we have like this, spam filter, like probably all you guys are. Any of you guys IT?
Yeah, yep.
So that filters like everything. Like there's a number of emails that I actually want to get that get filtered. Somehow his email goes through our filter. Crazy internet stalker golfer email through our filter, and he says to me in the email, "Hey, I've got a package arriving from you. It'll be there on Monday, but definitely by Tuesday. You might want to have someone film you opening it."
Oh man!
So
man.
I call Jason in. I'm like, something. We got a crazy guy sending back. So I reply and I said, I'm unfortunately I'm going to be out. I have to go to Japan next week. I'm going to be gone next week. Should I have the bomb squad come in and open it while I'm gone? And he just replied just before I came in. He said, "Oh, that's too bad. We wouldn't want it sitting around for a week. So maybe I'll see what I can do." So I'm guessing it's going to be
some milk and some snickerdoodles.
Yeah. So if I come back after a week, I'm going to have some gnarly.
Oh man, that might be a better gift.
So this makes me ask the question: how is it going to be possible for Snicker Dog to play with the restraining order you're going to have on him by then?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He may not be able to get on a plane. We'll see how this package goes.
We'll see where his airplane ticket is booked to.
Yeah, right. I'll have to get in touch with TSA.
That's great.
Good news is we control his flight, so that would be the ultimate.
Yeah.
Wow. Actually, that wouldn't surprise me if that got a little squirrely, considering how much Finley likes one-upping people.
And the funny thing is,
do you want me to pull down my Grandaddy flag?
No, we're good.
It's right here, right there.
Yeah. The funny thing is Finley, even if you stranded him somewhere, I don't doubt that he wouldn't hitchhike and find his way to this.
Yeah, he might crawl out a bunker on you, Luke. There's just no telling.
He'll just be at Al's house waiting on everybody.
Yeah, Al's got security. We've already alerted
Al.
So he's
hideaway now.
Pat downs mandatory.
We'll see. So what have you guys been talking about?
Well, we were just getting into a little Finley and McLovin matchup here. There's been a little chirping going on there for a couple weeks now.
Oh, there goes the bell.
Nope. It's coming at me. It wants to come to me so bad.
It's super heavy. So
Finley, do you remember the first comment that maybe really got your attention in the forum, where you felt like maybe Chris was calling you out?
I think I called you.
He's not very memorable. No, I don't remember the single one. Look, there's a lot, and I got to be able to take it. I'm not afraid to give it, so I can't be afraid to take it as well. So
absolutely,
that's
man.
what I've heard.
Just all kind of I just brush it off and move on.
I don't know. I think some of that just sticks. There's a little memory bank back there.
Absolutely.
That comes out, that all of a sudden pops back up during singles matches.
Maybe.
It's 15th club.
I don't think it's just the singles matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you being a little intense in the rain last year during the matchups going in when the temperature started dropping. I remember you coming into the pro shop pretty fired up still.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, I don't want to talk about a man when he's gone, but Harry is like the biggest fair weather golfer of all time. And it was essentially playing 2-on-1. I had missed like a 2.5 footer that wasn't given to me on the 8th hole.
Oh, I remember this.
Extend the match, and then I was playing by myself on the 9th hole. So things happen.
Hey, Finley, I can assure you, Circle of Trust will be in effect. So
very much so. Very generous with those plots. Yes, that will happen. Yes.
We say that now.
Yeah.
Now's the time to say it.
That's
all right. So we have to ask Luke and Finley, what are your guys' thoughts on this last week of banter that's been going on?
Well, to your point of it always being right back here, that there's a lot of ammunition that's been provided. So, hey, I mean, as long as your rear end can cash the checks, you can keep going after it.
It does, yeah. It does feel like it started earlier this year than in years past, and feels like we've got a couple people trying to be the next JDax, right?
I'm doing my best
and be the biggest talker.
10 and 8.
So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, and if it sort of ramps up and escalates, or if there's some, reconsideration of how much chirping is appropriate, and maybe it'll calm back down before the event. We'll see. It'll be good either way. It'll be good either way.
I hear that it's actually been like roughly 6 months in the making. And so we're just now getting some insight into the chirping. So I don't see it calming down anytime soon.
So you guys have been having the conversation for 6 months on your own, and we're just starting to hear a lot of it?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of it probably will get people banned from the forum. It's just people's personalities. There's a lot of 10 o'clock Luke talk.
Really?
But and it's all it's all in good fun, and all the stuff that we need to do in terms of bringing everybody along, the engagement. What are we looking after? What are the guys looking forward to? The fittings and all that. That's all been out there. Part of this thing, and Chris will speak to it in a little bit, is getting these guys to gel together. You guys know, Finley and Luke, you get out there, and from your perspective, I'm sure you guys get to see the whirlwind that these guys go through, right? So, and it's a little bit just to kind of bring them together, because when we get out there, you guys work together every day. You guys have that cohesiveness already. It's just trying to get these guys gelled
Does
up.
it seem like we have that?
I think you guys do. I mean, listen, I'm a Callaway fan for a reason, and you two are two of the bigger reasons. You know, I mean, you guys do what you do, and you do it very well. So, and
Luke is tall.
Yeah,
he is a bigger reason though.
Yeah,
got a large head. I'm surprised it fits in on the screen here.
long way from the camera.
He's
Yeah, I'm
back a little bit. Yeah.
like 8 feet closer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. So here's a question. I know, Luke, you've been along for the ride for obviously a long time.
Yeah.
And so from the first Granddaddy to last year, and then even the most recent one, it feels like part of the big challenge is to try and up the ante every year, which you guys have somehow managed to do year over year. So obviously no big reveal, but how challenging is it for from your perspective, trying to keep it more exciting the following year, surprises, and then how much do you and your team look forward to the event?
Yeah, I mean, I think every year we just try, and Jason's really the mastermind behind all of this, but we try and just do a few things that are unique from one year to the next. In general, 90-95% of it kind of follows a certain formula. We mix some things up with dinners and some of the different things we do, some of the little sort of swag that's given, and varies year to year. I mean, I think but there's definitely a common thread in terms of the the overall trip and kind of what it's all about and the competition, but also really trying to just get to spend quality time with you guys and get to know you and all that. So that's really what it's all about. I think this year we've got a little interesting twist we're working on relative to the competition that I would say would probably be the biggest difference this year.
Look at the surprise. Captain down there is all flustered.
Yeah.
Got him right where we want him.
I didn't plan for this.
I think that'll be a nice surprise.
Well, we got to find a way to make it more competitive.
So I've always said, or I've said a couple of times in our discussions, I might be alone. Kevin and I have gone back and forth on this, but I've always thought it'd be interesting for there to be some type of gamble in the beginning of the event, and then flip flop players from a team. Kevin and I have talked about if you could steal a zoo crew member, who would it be? Those type of things. So I think obviously you guys have some stuff up your sleeve, but just throwing that out there.
All right.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what's going to happen, but we might have had a few conversations about a unique way to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that'll be something new this year. That'll be hopefully will be a highlight.
Well, it's going to be new. Whether or not it's good or not is also the case.
It'll be good for some and probably not for others.
Yeah.
But, on the whole,
we already have a rookie, right?
What's that?
Announced in Lexi, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very excited about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's definitely a couple that have been a part of it in the past that won't be here for this. So
we got to bring in some new blood. She's excited. She's a little bit nervous now that she's that she knows she's on the team and she's kind of ventured into the thread. I think now she's a little
paranoid. Weirdos from the internet.
Exactly. But I asked her this afternoon, earlier about half an hour ago. I said, "Are you still sure you want to do this?"
There's still time to back out.
She's committed. She's locked in. So
you sure you want to go hang out with a bunch of dudes from the internet for 2 days?
Right. I mean, that's
we just recorded the second team announcement. We're not going to post it till next week, but because we're going to be in Chicopee, so we had to do it this week. But I gave her an out within that session when we were having a few conversations, and she's in. So.
All right.
So
awesome,
brave girl.
I think she'll do great. I mean, look, she gets the box advantage, and she can I think she'll be fine. We'll have a couple extra tasers on hand, and
yeah, that won't scare her off at all.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jeff made a big point on the ship show the other day with you talking about some of the selection criteria, and with her being a big personality kind of at the forefront, I think it's huge for the event because we lost a few big personalities. And so I think just having somebody there that obviously people have connected with already is obviously a great thing. And like I said, it just mixes up the personalities on the zoo crew. So, where you've had a consistent 11 and flip-flop 1 or 2 in, now we've got a whole new batch of people coming in. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's going to be fun for sure.
Got some chinks in the armor there. An opening for Team THP.
That'd be one way to look at it, I suppose.
So let's talk a little bit about questions you guys may have for us. What can we answer for you? There you have. I mean, you have the illustrious Cap and Ass Cap here, greatest nickname of all time.
And you know what? That is, and you can call me whatever you want. Just to have.
Oh, I will.
Hanging out with you guys. That's. I mean, I saw Luke. What was it? May Luke at the Odyssey event.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
We had a blast. Caught up a little bit.
Yeah,
really, man.
He's already talking.
A little bit.
I know. When you talk about it's been going on for 6 months. I know. I heard about it.
A little bit. But no. I mean, seriously. So, really, Luke, this is more to you, and kind of as you've seen these evolve over the years, right? And we'll dig into your expertise, putters and short game. Where do you see that kind of making the difference in terms of helping these guys and helping them make the right decision?
You mean as we fit them for the right equipment?
Yeah, correct. Especially with the putters, right?
Yeah.
You guys have preferences and stuff like that. So trying to tell that story and especially tell the tech story with the putters to get the guys comfortable with what they should be using.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll go through, I mean, the first night we're going to do, this is no big reveal, but we'll do another, product presentation when the guys get here, like we have done last couple years, I guess now. So that'll kind of set the stage. I think that's a good way for the guys to kind of get a sense of, what they're going to be seeing, what they'll get fit for, start to think about, what they might be most interested in, or what might be what they might think would be the best fit for them. So we do that to give them a little preview so that when they see the stuff the next day, they kind of have a sense of where they might go. We also do it because we know that if we talk to a bunch of internet golf nerds about golf equipment for a couple hours, they're likely to get very little sleep that night, thinking about all this new product that they're going to see the next day and hit and all that. So we'll talk through that. I mean, and then, at the end of the day, we want everyone to get fit into the product that's going to work best for them, whether that's a putter or a wedge or a drive or a set of irons. So, that's what we're after. I always tell people that they should be using mallet putters. And I
really? I never heard that.
I generally believe that to be true, but we also make blade putters. And we make the best blade putters too. And if someone like Snickerdoodle insists on using a blade putter, then we can find a blade putter that'll be the best for him, and we'll handicap him as little as possible relative to using a mallet. So those are some of the things that we consider and that we'll make available. At the end of the day, we want to get you guys into the product that will help you play the best, but also that you're most excited to play and that you want to play. So at the end of the day, we're not going to put you into something that you don't want to play or don't want to look at. But we'll do what we can to kind of coach you into kind of the best options for you.
Yeah.